1 minute, you are basking in love. The next minute, my dear, you're staring at an empty screen. Then you're wondering, wait, no, did this person disappear? Or was he kidnapped? No, my dear, you've been ghosted. This is HazibGist, brought to you by Hazibian International, the developers of Eco Ranch and Zibian Farms. Yet with me on set are two majestic guests. They are going to be dissecting this topic here today. We have Jessica Okali.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
You're welcome. And Mr. Desmond.
Hello, everybody. I'm Desmond.
You're welcome, sir. I remain your humble host, Timi. So let's go down to the chase thing.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of things in my stomach that I want to vomit.
Yes, I'm sitting here.
So before we even say anything, I think there's something going on. And I think the problem of commitment is out there. I mean, why are people, is it afraid? I don't know if I should say the word afraid.
Yeah.
Or I should just say they are lacking it or no one taught them to begin with. Because I don't know actually what to say.
I think the problem starts with understanding what commitment is. Most people don't know what commitment is. If I ask them, oh, what are we doing in this relationship? They'll say, just do normal, take care of you.
Yeah.
Like, no, commitment is devotion. You're devoting your time.
Okay.
You have the responsibility of trust, loyalty, reassurance, respect, and all of these things. You owe it to somebody. Because most of the people be like, oh, I don't need anybody. I mean, I can do this on my own. One man, all these things. But the moment you're approaching someone with the idea of a commitment, you need to understand what you're asking them for and understand the responsibility that you're about to offer that person.
Okay.
So,
Once I understand this, I just feel like, let's be honest here, a lot of relationships these days are transactional. Yeah?
Transactional.
When I say transactional, I feel like the girls, now let me not be biased, but I feel like
is it not too early?
I feel like
is it not too early?
I'm not trying to do the gender thing, right?
It has to be transactional.
No, I just feel like that's our modern day dating, yeah? A lot of people go into relationship with the wrong mindset. People expect that, oh, I'm coming into this because this guy has money, this guy can take care of me, this guy can sort my bills, etc.
So why do men go into relationship with a woman? Because they see something in her too that she can offer him. So every relationship is transactional.
It doesn't have to be
about money. It doesn't have to be about money.
Okay, it's not about money. What's it about then?
Quality.
Like
someone
what?
that can provide you support, emotional, support.
So you know,
trust, happiness.
Allow me
a partner.
to ask you this, Jessica.
Okay.
Let's say I come to you, I move to you as a guy, and I don't have money. Will you stay committed or you will not?
I won't.
So it still boils down to money.
You know why? Because at this stage in my life, I know what I want.
So let me also ask a question. Let me also ask a question.
I'm so sorry. When she was making that definition of commitment, she did not put money on. That's what I'm asking.
You don't necessarily have to have money to approach me. But if you want to be in a committed relationship with me.
So what if along the line, because there's been situations where along the line you can go in because there's money, you can go in because things are good, but along the line things start to go funny. For instance, the money is not forthcoming as it was before when the whole thing started. What then happens? That's why you see a lot of breakups these days. You see a lot of
the first thing you're entering a relationship with. Someone that is understanding. If you know that, okay, my guy always has this or my girlfriend always has this, and along the line something happens, the person should be able to be patient with you. So that person is not patient. I don't know who you entered.
But then that's the problem. There's no patience anymore in relationships.
I'm telling you, there's no single atom of patience. But you said something like, no guy should approach you without money.
That's not what I said. I said
it sounds like that.
It depends on why you're approaching me.
Why don't you have money?
Why are you looking for a girlfriend? I don't understand.
So,
you need to focus
I can't fall in love because I don't have money.
Of course you can, but trust me,
lie.
See that's where the problem is.
Of course you can approach me, but there are steps to things. Because personally, you need to work on yourself before approaching someone. This is where self-awareness comes in. You need to know what you want within yourself. And before you're able to get something from another person, you should be able to offer them something.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry, after I said it, then you can come in. What if you meet someone that is still in the process? He does not have the money yet. You get it. He doesn't have the money, but he's still in this like making phase, like he's still in the process. But once you don't even give the person the opportunity because he doesn't have money, then you already send the person off. Sure, you get. Like even if the person is not even sure of what tomorrow is going to be, like he's not sure. He's just trying to figure things out, trying to put things together. Are you going to tell the person, no, wait till you figure things out before you can
I'm
move
not
to
going
me?
to tell the person that because, like you said, he has things he's working on. Really? But there's some people that don't have anything. They're just there. They just want a girlfriend.
You just said what I wanted to say actually.
So,
okay.
Because the person, what if this person has, like you said, the person has prospects. The person has, you can visibly see that the person is working towards.
For that.
What if he looks so tacky? Let's imagine. I don't mention celebrities. Let's say celebrities of like 5 years ago, 7 years ago, that did not know that they are going to blow. For instance, they're just jumping from one studio to another studio, like putting out music there. They did not know they are going to blow.
This is another thing I want to say. It doesn't matter if somebody has blown or not. I care about somebody's character. That's very important to me. It's way important than money, same.
Okay.
As I said, money is a part of it, but character is way more important than money. So if somebody like NFVD, CEO of Twitter, or whatever it is,
okay,
there are certain characteristic traits that if somebody has, I don't see myself being in anything committed with this kind of person.
So what are those characters, I may ask?
Disrespect. I don't take disrespect lightly. Someone that can't trust somebody. Someone tells me I'm here. He says a lie. You just call me out to see where you are.
Oh yeah.
Like you're insecure.
Carry your bed sheet anywhere you go. Carry your wall. You're depending on your wall.
Someone that's not supportive. You're going through stuff, or you tell you, oh, I just had a bad day, this and that. They'll be like, I can't cook. You'll be like, oh, is that why you cannot cook?
Yeah,
you're a woman. You know those kind of.
Is that like emotional intelligence?
No emotional intelligence. Exactly. All those kind
of things. Do men really have like your gender?
Emotional intelligence?
Because sometimes they'll be lacking it too. So
I can't speak for every gender, but I can speak for my gender totality, but I can speak for myself. Yes.
Okay.
So I think that personally, I feel like emotional intelligence is very important in a relationship. You have to understand what your woman needs without her even having to communicate and say it, right? I feel like a lot of guys don't really have that.
You guys don't communicate.
And I feel like it's something that we need to work on as guys, right? We need to sort of understand our women, understand their needs, right? Even without them actually saying what they need, right?
True.
Because to be honest, relationships do break up because of these things. Because women are more emotional than men, right? True. Something that might hurt a woman a man might not necessarily feel the same way. I might not understand why you're hurt by this thing, but to her it's very, 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 very important. And I feel like we need to actually connect on that emotional side to our women.
Like, do you think there's a way? Because being women, we don't talk. we talk. Sometimes we'll just be moving funny. I don't know. We'll just be moving.
I understand that.
Is there a way for men to understand that even though when we are not talking, we are actually talking?
Yeah. That's very reassuring.
Yeah.
We need to learn how to
yes.
You guys need to speak our language without talking. I don't know how.
So now this is the thing. So I think I'll ask a question as well. Why is it that women are not forthcoming when it comes to speaking up? Because I've been in relationship. Because communication is this boils down to communication. I'm very big on communication, yeah. And I've been in relationships where we've literally had issues because of communication. Yeah. You have a problem bothering you. What is the problem? Talk to me about it. You don't want to talk to me about it. I don't understand why. Like, you now make me feel like I'm part of the problem.
No. You don't have to talk about it. We don't really.
Sometimes just be there.
Why? Like that's the problem. Why?
Because definitely we open up.
Next 2 years.
To just get angry
and just go. That's what we don't want. Exactly. Just stay around.
So that's
even try to play.
And just calm down.
So I feel like that is the problem, right? And I feel like it needs to be addressed. Yes, okay. I think we're having this conversation because
you're trying to men need to understand women more. So like
I understand that you need, yes, but then also the women need to understand that sometimes just you don't need to wait till do you understand to share your problem. once you have the problem, I feel like it's very important where you speak about it there and then.
But you know, men too are like that. Sometimes they don't open up.
They don't open it. They
But-
just ghost.
Just
That's
give
the
them.
that's the thing. They just ghost the person.
Personally, I can never be like that. So I don't know about other guys. I'm telling you.
When
I don't know.
when men are actually going through the most,
just
like their job, their career, their family, their parents,
If you say you love
or
somebody,
their extramarital affairs,
if you say
then they'll just go.
if you say you love somebody, yeah, you should be able to tell your partner what the
quite
issue is.
difficult for men. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know.
Is it that you guys feel like socially people don't want to hear a man rant or talk?
That's also part of it, because in the society that we're in, if you like, the perception is that if you talk a lot, if you talk too much, if you even cry as a man, if you share your burdens, then you're a simp. That's what they use. Or you're a weakling, right? So a lot of men sort of internally bottle things in and feel like they can resolve it themselves, right?
Sorry about that.
Which is the problem in our society, and I feel like we need to have an awareness on this, right? Which is very important, because a lot of guys, you hear of guys that are able-bodied, they've committed suicide. Why? Because they cannot share certain things, right? I know this is a sort of relationship talk, but I feel like these things are also important, and these are what leads to certain things because of perceptions of society, right?
Men are not able to be vulnerable around people.
Yes.
So,
I've even heard some of my female friends say, why you, because me, I'm very emotional, right? So I've even heard people say, why are you crying? Or why is it, are you not a man? That's what they do.
Imagine someone just lost their mom or their dad or a close friend, and you're telling the person, are you not a man?
So,
guys, you just wait.
Oh, be a man, don't you cry.
That's the thing. So we need a lot of orientation as a society to that these things are very.
Is that the reason why Okay, sorry.
Like, another reason why most people ghost people.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. That's why men ghost.
Is because sometimes people don't know how to. I don't even forget what I wanted just now.
Okay, I would love to ask, like, with all we've said and everything, is that the major reason why people ghost people? Or there is something else besides that?
It could be a contributing factor, yes. In terms of men are scared. Men are scared to share what's bothering them, right? So they might have issues.
I don't know why they ghost people.
Okay.
See, when someone ghosts you, it's because they don't like you.
Yeah, me, I feel like the person you love,
if someone doesn't like you, they will ghost you. And that's where that problem of not understanding commitment comes in.
Yeah.
Before you come to me and tell me you like me, you should be able to see some things that you like in me before approaching me with the idea of commitment. So now, why is it after 3 months, 4 months, you now just ghost? Like, did you not know what you want before approaching me?
So speaking from personal experience, because this has happened before, yeah. But it was way back in uni, yeah. So there was a girl I liked, right? Okay. I really liked her. She got, a friend of mine introduced me to her, right? Okay. We got talking after a few times of talking. I just saw that the vibe wasn't there. First of all, yeah. And I didn't say anything about it. I just went off on her. We're in the same school, but we used to hang out. After a while, all that stopped. I saw replying her messages. I saw hanging out with her, and she noticed, right? And she noticed, and she literally reached out to me to ask what's up. I told her that because the vibe wasn't there, right? I wasn't sort of getting the feedback that I was expecting to get from her, right? And in the end, funny thing is, in the end, we sort of spoke about it, and then we dated back in school, right? So we ended up dating. But guess what? I literally went off for this was 3 months without no talking. We didn't talk anything. So she reached out to me. Okay. So sometimes too as well, the guys might feel like the vibe is not there, but the girl is also thinking a different thing. So communication is
emotional. If people don't understand how hard ghosting somebody is, because you spend most of your time talking to somebody every day, and then one day they're not just there anymore. So like this is where emotional intelligence comes in. You need to understand the effects of ghosting somebody, to not want to do it to somebody,
because it can actually damage the person, and you don't know what the person is actually going through at that very moment.
Thank you.
That very moment,
and this can lead to trauma.
Yeah, it leads to trauma. Maybe you are actually their little sunlight.
Exactly.
Maybe they are actually going through some darkness all around them, and they can't really communicate. And maybe speaking to you is what adds a little bit of light, and then you ghost the person.
If somebody is ghosting you, though, you should reach out. I don't think there's anything wrong in reaching out. To be honest, if
it depends on how you guys left off.
Well, it depends, because I believe ghosting is living without communication.
Yeah.
Right. So then, except you've tried to reach out and the person hasn't responded.
The person doesn't pick your calls. You say, what's suppose going? You say, I'm fine, don't worry, I'm good. Like, but you can't tell that something's off.
Then that is different, right? But if you go somebody and then you yourself decide not to reach out because that person has got, because there are situations where somebody ghosts you and then you feel like, we have pride, I'm also going to reach out. You should also reach out.
Maybe that's
okay, I remember reading something on Twitter the other day. So this person ghosted this person because of 50-50 issues. Like, I don't know, it's a thing now. Like, we have to share the bills 50-50. She didn't know that this person, this guy she's going out with, has this mentality of 50-50. So she just came like as a baby girl with her lipstick and a tiny purse that can hardly fit her phone. And then she was on this sexy gown, blah, blah. And then she sat down and then ate. She ordered turkey. She ordered so many nice stuff at the restaurant. And when it's time to pay, the guy just, he brought out his calculator. Okay, so the bill is like about 100,000 naira. So you take 50,000. The guy literally splitted everything to the last kobo. You know those restaurants, they put in kobo. So she was like, "What do you mean?"
I just want to say something. You see 50-50. We never
in my life.
But just to say this, right? Okay. And in this girl situation, right? That's why it's for both genders now. That's why it's not good. Like you said, she went with just her purse that can fit only her phone.
She's a fine girl.
So, on no circumstance should you leave your house without vex money, because this thing can happen.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
But she might just have money for Uber.
Because these things can happen. Because the truth is, right, me personally, the guy no try. Why would you go out on a date with a girl?
And he asks your gender.
Why would you that's even worse. Why would you go on
I think it was the backstory, but wherever they can't make it.
But why would you go out on a date with a girl, right, and then expect the girl to pay? To me, that just, the way I was brought up here, maybe I'm old fashioned, I don't know. But the way I was brought up, right, if you go out on a girl, whether you initiate the date or not, you pay for it. And that's the truth.
Please, I need extra microphone so that the whole world.
If you cannot, the truth is, if you cannot afford to take a girl on a date, you rather not go.
Thank you.
Nobody will die. You just be honest with the babe.
Stop embarrassing us.
Just be honest with the babe that babe, I can't afford to go out now.
Oh,
right?
So during marriage,
maybe when they pay salary, for example, this happens to me.
Okay.
If I can't go out on a date with the girl, I'll tell the girl upfront that, babe, I can't go this time. Maybe end of the month. Let's plan towards end of the month. That's another pay salary. Let's go somewhere that you can afford. You understand?
Or they can just go
that kind of
to the
thing.
beach and watch the sunset.
Yeah, something like that. They
Not
don't have to always be about going to an expensive
that's another thing people fail to understand. A date could literally be taking a drive with your girlfriend, just taking a stroll, taking a drive, just going to buy ice cream, just going to drink coffee. You know, there are a lot of date ideas, right? That we Nigerians don't understand. Everybody wants to go and eat food. Are we that hungry in this country? Everybody wants to go and eat food. Because
you can take her to juiciest or Prada.
Well, it depends on your pocket. If you can't afford that, of course you can. But then, But then if you know yourself, know what you can afford. Don't go and disgrace both of you and your ancestors. Do you understand?
Within a man wants to provide.
Yes,
let's not
truly
do
loves you,
anything.
yes,
A
let's be
man always
honest.
wants to take care of his woman.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
so if a man is telling you 50-50, my dear, trust me, that's not like you.
because the truth is, you that is selling 50-50 is doing 100% for another girl. And that's the truth. Because you're right.
Any man that does 50-50, say no.
Because I know what's in my mind right now. I know what's in my mind right now. They will not start being so grumpy with their main girl. Come on, men, you will be doing a lot.
Hyper we care.
Don't generalize, please.
You know they trust her down. Seriously, but that 50-50 issue, I don't think in a correct marriage setting that thing can exist.
No, it doesn't.
Because, man, I've lived with women that just put to bed. 50-50, you see? I mean, your husband will wake up in the midnight with you and take care of that baby. He doesn't even want you to go to work because, I mean, by the time you wake up in the morning, you are looking like you've not slept in years. So all those internet mentality of 50-50, that thing is so unrealistic.
Union, before when she got married to Dwayne Wade, she was 50-50. She came out just recently to say, she didn't know what she was saying.
She definitely did not know what she was saying.
Exactly.
So it's not
she doesn't have a
marriage.
She has her own money.
Yeah, it won't.
So, but on the flip side of that, in a marriage, right? Now this is not just taking your girl out to eat or to restaurants or going out. Yeah, in a marriage, I think 50-50. Now I won't call it 50-50. I would call it divide and conquer. That's what I would call it, right? In the sense that you can split responsibilities. For instance, the guy, of course, the man provides blah 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 blah. But that doesn't mean I'm not still going to help my wife in the kitchen. Do you understand? That doesn't mean I'm not still going to help her with taking care of the children, as an example, right? So these are things that you could still do. These are things that you can still do for your partner, right?
To support them.
So that's the thing. So there's things you can still do for your partner. It's a partnership, that kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Speaking with you makes me feel like men can actually get things right. Or let me just say both genders can actually try and get things right and get things done. It's not really about what is on the social media. Social media is like, if you go and start comparing yourself to social media, you are ruined. I'm telling you,
it's unrealistic expectations.
That the person is ruined.
Yeah.
Social media is a facade.
There's no one way to a relationship.
There is
no one way.
Partnership is also about supporting your partner's weaknesses. This is where I'm not strengthened. You're there to help me to help out.
Yeah.
So it's not always it must be about. There are other things like the whole taking care of children thing that we mentioned. When your partner is weak, you help them down. When they can't do this, you help them.
Yeah.
Or this. Okay, remember that gist of that woman that said that she woke up by so time to cook. I will never do such a thing. 4 a.m. to find something. But this is where partnership comes in.
Yeah.
She understands what her husband needs at that moment.
Yeah.
I feel like these people, your marriage will crash.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, just do
what works for you.
What works for your relationship. It might work for this person, does not mean that it's going to work for your other person. You have to work within your budget, both of you, not just that everything is from your partner's pocket. I'm not really talking about the men, because sometimes some men too are actually dependent on their wives. They rather stay at home. It actually happens nowadays that men too are just behaving like sissies. They don't sit down.
Because I've heard that nowadays to men. Men are also looking for women that can take care of them.
That's the new trend. Can you take care of me?
But that's just wrong, to be honest.
We should stop looking for Odogu Para all the time. It's not about Odogu Para.
I don't think it's bad to look for Odogu Para, but just as a woman, you need to be able to take care of yourself too.
Yeah. And
if Odogu Para is coming, it's just to complement whatever it is that you have.
Is it? Or once Odogu Pararenta.
It's not a quick one. You come when you're dog.
But let's not forget, even Odogu said in that movie that he wanted a career woman. Do you understand? So even the Odogus too, they also want somebody career woman that can take care of themselves, that kind of thing.
Egoistic mentality that wants career women, because sometimes men, once a woman is doing better than them, they just become so uncomfortable. Start feeling insecure, become so uncomfortable, and they just start acting funny.
Quit your job.
I don't know if you watch this movie. This Korean movie where this lady was particularly Korean. I'm trying to remember the name. Where this lady was from a very wealthy home, like super crazy rich Asians.
Okay, I think I've heard
you know the guy was moving funny because the wife was so rich. So I think that one is also a gender issue, because no woman will be angry that her husband is richer than her.
Yeah.
But men can feel so insecure.
But it's just some women when they have money more than their husband.
But
shows your real color.
That's the thing. So reason why some women.
I'm not saying some billion dollars, and I'll show you my real color.
Then you call Jessica. This is like, hello, please, miss. Jessica's P.O. Hello, please. See. Sorry, we don't do that like hey Jesus God, I beg. So but seriously, why are men so insecure when it comes to that aspect, like when their wives are doing better?
But it depends, right? I don't think a man would be insecure if the relationship is still the way it was even before the woman had more money, right? That the woman
didn't change.
She didn't change in terms of, because some women make money and then they start to be disrespectful. They start to be condescending. They start to be arguments. Everything is a fight. They cannot have conversations. They feel like, they have money. They probably footing the goods in the house, and then everything that you become literally their. A word came to my mind. You become literally their toy to be played with, right? So that's that kind of thing. So so that's why some men feel that way. But it really shouldn't be so. I would be happy if I wouldn't mind if my wife makes more money than me, right? Speaking personally, right?
But that shouldn't stop you from.
Of course, that wouldn't still stop me from taking care of her. I'll still do my responsibilities, still provide for the kids. Everything I'm supposed to do wouldn't stop me. It shouldn't stop.
It's something that a man is supposed to be proud about. Like, do you know who my wife is? Like,
that's
that kind of thing. But
that's it. Well, I think we've reached a common ground. I mean, if what we've said here, people can actually emulate it and work on it. I think the rate at which divorce is happening, because the rate at which divorce is happening nowadays is alarming. Somebody was like,
bad.
I can see our generation, like this Gen Z generation, that divorce, hey God, it will be like the biggest business for lawyers.
Thank you.
I just like
people don't understand. People are just going with the vibes. People don't get vibes and inshallah. It's not about that. It's not about that. You as a partner, you have to be compassionate. You have to be kind. And like you said, weaknesses, like no one is perfect. No one has it all. When you meet somebody for the first time, you will notice some things. It can even be the way they eat. It could be that eating habit. It could be that they snore. They snore. And maybe your deal breaker is snoring. I'm telling you. It could be that your deal breaker is actually snoring. Then you just have to overlook something. Please, somebody should snore them. Because I can't give
next question.
My own deal breaker. Okay, actually, Sha. I mean, if you love somebody so much, their snore should sound like blue. Shouldn't it?
Oh my God, shouldn't
it? Maybe it could be that terrible cooking. So women, men and women, let me say women, share you get.
So people tend to leave people for things they can actually control. If you like a woman, you should like her characteristics. Then maybe if she doesn't know how to cook, you say you can support her. It's not like she doesn't know how to cook. I don't want that. So you now disregard the other qualities in her and just because she can't cook.
Yeah. So let's just exalt each other's strengths and let's help each other's weaknesses.
And also, like, learn to be consistent.
Yes,
It's not if one issue arises, we'll not see you again, it's bye-bye.
Yeah.
Learn to be consistency is actually very important in relationship because that's what keeps it going. You see, those fights that happen when you fight, you make up. That's what builds the strength of a relationship. But the moment you have an issue and you just, I don't think so.
No.
Tomorrow, when you enter another relationship, you still don't think so.
You know,
so like,
this thing you're saying in my language, they will say, this stick is not good, you remove it from the fire. This stick is not good, you remove it from the fire. Then when exactly is the food going to be ready? That's what they mean in my language.
I don't know, I just see a lot of beauty in consistency. I always tell people, I like people being consistent.
Okay, I guess you just dropped our 2 cents. I mean, my professional advisors, thank you. My Odogo advisors, thank you.
Another reason why people fail to commit is that once there is familiarity, or once people start feeling secure,
I think
especially
women are
men.
guilty of that.
I think it's men.
No. Women, we will start disrespecting our partner. We will start tricking hands.
Thank you. They'll start taking them for granted. Like, how can you tell somebody that, okay, this is all I want, and they give it to you? The moment everything is going smooth, so there's one devil that's always telling somebody, start misbehaving. So like, what's wrong? Why is that men don't like staying in a secure relationship? Why?
So, sorry, the question again?
Why don't men
why is
that when you find yourself in a secure relationship, not you, men, they start taking their partners for granted?
Like the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes when you get too familiar, you start feeling like no matter what you do, the person is gonna stay. No matter the shit you throw at the person, it's eventually gonna stick. Right? So that's the thing. Familiarity. You do, but it shouldn't be so. You do certain things, and then you feel like this person is gonna take my bullshit, for lack of a better word, right? And that shouldn't be the case at all, right?
Okay. So I think everyone should just like know what works for them in their relationships. Don't ever compare yourself with any other person. Know what works for you. Don't compare yourself. Respect each other, and respect each other. Don't say, "Oh, this person loves me, I'm going to disrespect the person." Respect each other and set boundaries. It's not bad. Even if you're married to someone, still set your boundaries. It doesn't mean anything. If they love or respect you enough, they will take it to heart. So, and that is a wrap on today's gist. Thank you so much, Miss Jessica. Thank you, Mr. Desmond.
Thank
Hope
you
to see you next time.
I wish like a lot of people can just watch this and just learn.
Yes, if not, I will go and squeeze them. I trust them. So my people, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Yes, share to your friends and comment. We need your opinions. Flying everywhere.
So you talk about 50-50.
50-50. And why is everybody chopping breakfast? Okay, and that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody. Your humble host, Timi.